Now that we're familiar with exporting and we looked at the bins, and what about the sequence? Let's right-click on the sequence and look at some options that are available. First, if we choose to process as a sequence, we can take what's in the timeline and export out to various file types, MOV, DNxHD, DNxHR, MXF, as well as EDLs, XMLs, and other options. We can set up any naming conventions and adjust our transcode options. In this case, we're in the context of the timeline, so we can choose to export all tracks or specific tracks. We can also choose a start frame range. Let's look at shots. We've conformed the timeline and we want to distribute plates and proxies from the sequence. So let's right-click again on our sequence and choose Export. From here we have advanced options. We can build out a robust template that can be used in our project or on any new projects that come along. There are packaged presets that cover some functionality, but let's build something from scratch. Let's create a custom template that will copy the full resolution plates, creating a low resolution version, and export the audio out on a per shot basis. First, we'll create a shot folder using the shot token, then a full resolution folder, and a low resolution folder, and then finally an audio folder. In our full resolution folder, we want to create a file. Let's name the files by the name of the shot and give it a version token in case something changes and we need to create another version. And then hardcode some text. The content option we want is to copy. We want to copy the full resolution files from disk and place them in this folder. In our low resolution folder, we can copy the previous entry and add some text. This time we will transcode images to EXR, and we want to reformat these to a smaller resolution, and then adjust any other options. For our audio, we will again add a file, add any text to the name, and this time we're going to choose Audio Export. We can select any of the entries and confirm that our preview looks good, and also confirm our version token numbers. We can run this for all tracks on the timeline or select individual tracks. We kept organized and used flags, so these flags can be used during export to be included or ignored. We can add the plus sign to only include these on export, or the minus sign to exclude. If nothing is selected, then flags will be ignored. If we have an updated edit that includes new shots, we would want to run this process again only on these new shots. We can add shot tags, and then when we choose export, to only run the exports with the new shots that have that tag. Since we are exporting track items, we can choose to export the length of the shot that has been trimmed to a cut length on the timeline. And here we can add any handles to the head or the tail. We can also use the clip length, which will give us all the frames from the source clip from the bin item. Any retimes that are on our shot can be included. Remember, the retiming method can be controlled in the transcoding options. And we can choose to number the frames from the source clip start frame or add a custom start frame. This is a useful template, so we can save this preset to disk. We can also associate it along with the project. We can also use this as a foundation to create larger templates by duplicating it and renaming it. You can also delete, and don't worry if you change the default templates, you can always restore them. Let's run the export and have a look at the files on disk. We have all of our files being written out, matching our template. The templates are written out to our .nuke folder and saved as an XML file. We can open this file in a text editor and change anything manually, and we can also share this file.